Did you think that the COVID-19 is the thing that we never saw in the history? That this is the real story? That if everybody will get here, the new law, we will go back to normal? You still believe in this? You probably haven't heard so far my predictions for 2022. I'm recording this video in October 20th, almost 21. It's almost midnight here in Brazil, under the light of a full moon in Aries. Jupiter and Mercury just stationed on the same day to move direct, Saturn 1 week before, Pluto 2 weeks prior to now. And this is the time to start looking forward. Now I get more insights. And sometimes we don't need to look that much into 2027. We need to take it doses by doses. We are 1 month before the eclipses, and the next full moon will be a lunar eclipse. And a crazy solar eclipse in December 4th that I dedicated already a video about it in the beginning of September, that will happen exactly on the star Antares, a solar eclipse. I'm dedicating the last days for looking in more details into the future, that I'm looking precisely more to the spring summer 2022. Today, actually, we're starting the energy of 2022 with this full moon in Aries. And Aries is ruled by Mars. And Mars right now is in Libra. It's all about alliances and doing things together. It's a win-win situation. This is a divine justice. You could not win your colleague right now without damaging yourself. China could not bomb United States without damaging itself. It's become very much connected and dependent one in each other. And in such situation, it's going to give opportunity, great opportunity for freedom, and at the same time could destroy the entire game. Now it depends where the collective consciousness will be. The vaccine that we are seeing so strongly on us since the end of 2020 isn't going to solve the situation. The governments are losing control. More program for digital nomads in third world countries, or also Cyprus right now is joining this, are increasing. They want people to live in their place when understanding that work also become online. But the currency is collapsing. And we are seeing in today exactly Bitcoin in all-time high. And it was also in all-time high in the new moon of Aries, which exactly was a completion. Around the eclipse season of the spring, we got a correction strongly in crypto, and now we're coming back into going to all-time high, much higher than here. A lot of masculine energy are entering to sky, and it's not just about the money, but is important the money, because the money was the tool so far and still to control humanity. All this COVID from the beginning is, with all its aspects, is to save the economy and not to save the people. But not to save the economy for the favor of people. There are a lot of unemployment. Is to save the control, to maintain the economy the old way, the primitive dinosaur that we are all connected with, to sustain its living more. Now crypto is out of control. This is also the Saturn-Uranus square all this year, and we have another doses of Uranus-Saturn square in the beginning of 2022. But we have eclipses, and the South Node is moving to Scorpio, North Node in Taurus. And the solar eclipse in Sagittarius, that will happen exactly on the star of Antares. Very interesting setup for the next decade into 2030. 2030 is the big plan of the elite, of the whoever is controlling. So if I'm just recording this video, it was a huge explosion in northeast China. It was fascinating photos to see in Twitter. But what is coming into this, in the next 6 months, into April 2022, it's fascinating. This is the real deal of what we started seeing from January 2020 when Pluto and Saturn met. Because in April 2022, Jupiter will meet Neptune. Now, I see the chart generally, the mood and astrology of this date that will happen in April 12th, 2022. But most interesting to make a prediction is to look this date on different countries and yourself and of people. So in Patreon right now, I'm dedicating a research department of choosing a topic and to unveil more information. This video is sort of a promo to what I'm going to unveil more and to chew more. I shared a poll with members, and I'm going to dedicate a video those days in Patreon only. It will be available 1 month after to general public, to the most asked topic. And I want to sort of warm up, even that is going to be also some good events inside this, and each one will need to know if it's riding on the right side of the ball. Jupiter and Neptune will meet in 23 degrees of Pisces. What is Pisces? Both of them are ruling Pisces. Pisces is ruling old people, disease, foreign countries, fantasies, Hollywood, cinema, all what we consider to be a virtual reality fantasy. And also pharmaceutical industry. Jupiter will meet Neptune in 23 degrees. Check in your chart what you have between 21 to 24 degrees. It will be affected. On the same day of April 12th, Saturn will be in 23 degrees. Just one sign before, like 30 degrees aspect. It's a semi-sextile. The Sun will be in 22 degrees near to asteroid Eris in the sign of Aries. And the nodes, the North Node and the South Node, that will be already in Taurus, North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio, will be in 22 degrees. We remember that Saturn and Pluto met in January 12th, 2020 in 22 degrees. New world order, new structure. All the videos before 2020 was to prepare us to the new paradigm. And now we are getting again on this place. Now the 23 degrees is a very important degree also by the perspective how we will see reality. This is about a new reality. That's what I wrote. New reality. I don't know if you can see this. Because Jupiter is a revealer, but it also could expand the illusion. But both are going to oppose the Neptune of the United States. But I'm not going to speak about the States right now or about any other country. This is a huge impact on countries, and I know that something huge is coming just by seeing this. Now, the 23 degrees is exactly the difference between the Vedic, the sidereal astrology, and the tropical astrology. This is exactly the 23 degrees difference. And so it's happening in both on the cusp in Pisces, Jupiter and Neptune meeting. Now, because the South Node will be in Scorpio, doing aspect, a positive aspect. That positive is not always that is going to be just good news. It's also that how easy it will be to make all this plan. Will be in Scorpio. Scorpio related to sexuality, taxes, corruption, bankruptcies. It could be a revelation about sex trafficking, about money laundering of huge corporations. Saturn also will play with its corporations, governments. And it could lead to great collision or revolution, civil revolution. But because of what I'm seeing, in the charts of countries, I suspect that moments even before February, March, before this to happen, they will create such a destruction, such a chaos through a war or explosion or a variant of something else, like right now happening in Russia, to not enable, not permit this awakening, this revelation to appear, to destroy them. And because it's not working with the divine justice of Mars, and Mars is going to rule the South Node, and we are a full moon of Mars, full moon of Aries. And we are going to November 4th, which is the new moon of Scorpio, that is also ruled by Mars. All the next month is ruled by Mars, and it's the month of the eclipses. The first time eclipses we start to measure in the axis of Taurus and Scorpio. Even that the South Node officially will, the nodes will change officially in the beginning of the year. This is something that will affect everybody. It's another global event because the sun also will be in 22 degrees together with the asteroid Eris. That entire last month was square with Pluto. Now, Mars will be in 28 degrees together with Pluto in different signs, another 30 degrees in April 12th. And on the same day of this conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune, the moon will oppose Mars. This is a huge event that is coming. And this is two options to see what it will be like. Again, I said from the beginning, not everybody will think. People that have prepared with alternate word and embracing the spiritual world in a way that is more to connect us and not to distract us. Not just sharing your beautiful photos in Instagram that everybody will say, how beautiful he is, she is, but really doing things to contribute, to connect, giving values. Could be okay, but is also very much ruled connecting to resources. This is a huge changes coming in our world. Is explosive. And I also want to say an option. Like, this is destruction. Whether it's a huge tsunami wave that could delete a very huge place, or important in the West, or a bomb thrown on somewhere that could be nuclear. However, I try to be positive with it. I cannot ignore the negative, and I prefer everybody to believe or to be aware to the negative and to be surprised how beautiful it could be the opposite. It will be peace, and everybody will love each other, and flowers, and everybody going with a smile, and money for everybody. The bank collapsed. Hopefully it will be this. For some, they will find their little island somewhere that won't be affected because they weren't that dependent in the system before. But all those that were dependent in the system, that is serving all the trafficking or whatever, will feel the vibes. We all connected to the system in a way. I've been speaking to you through a platform that is a system. And very soon is the time to speak through another places and not of those main apps. I'm still, all the videos that I'm recording still via YouTube are backed by a crypto blockchain platform called Odyssey, where you could find whether if tomorrow this channel in YouTube isn't transferring any information, you would find everything in Odyssey. So I'm using this as it's much easier to upload videos. But it's a huge change. And I will try to unveil this through countries and events. Those are three main events that we will need to look at. The eclipses of November and December. Actually, the energy are starting already today with the full moon of Aries. It's all new beginning, push up of a new chapter, and the new story that we haven't seen yet will start to unveil. And it's all taking us into the next equinox, spring equinox in the northern hemisphere. This meeting of Jupiter and Neptune. The last time they met, I think, was in Sagittarius. Yeah, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. It was the year when they disconnected the USD from the gold value and connected it with the oil price. Resources can be related to something huge that is coming in the Saudi Arabia resources. This is why they created a contract with Russia, Saudi Arabia. Now Russia is under a new variant, very dangerous. The vaccine are not resisting it. Putin decided to put curfew for just 1 week. And explosion in China today. This is a huge war happening beneath the photos that we are seeing in TV. If you are watching TV, COVID, 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 COVID. This is a real infrastructure war. Who will rule the world? But we are the people can have the solution because we can know the truth that we don't need external governments the way we know today. We could create structure, a new order with the technology that will unveil to us. And money will be part of a blockchain that will work with smart contracts, etc. But before this to happen, we need to start reorganizing ourselves in places and with the right people to create networks, and not just online. This is my promo message for today, with a boost of energy under this full moon of Aries and Mercury moving direct. Speak to you soon. Be well and use your intuition. Bye.